Hey everyone, and welcome back to Nier Replicant. The grind continues. Let's see, last stream, we blew up the area. I think that's actually where we left off. And yeah, we did a whole bunch of grinding. So all that's left is more grinding and the third door. Hey, Miss Chin, good to see you. Now there is a possibility that I'm gonna end the stream early tonight. I got my second vaccine poke today, and apparently it's supposed to make me feel like crap. But I feel okay at the moment. So, may or may not end early. One more day, one more grind. I think we're in for more than one day of grind, but we'll see. Hey, Miguel. Hey, Manny, yesterday. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Sea-Girl. Well, I said I feel fine. That's not entirely true.
This is the last of them.
Now we can find the Shadowlord. And Yona.
We certainly can.
Hold on, Yona. I'm almost there.
The roads that lead into town are super windy. And when I used to drive them all the time, they didn't bother me. But now, because I barely ever leave the house, every time I drive that road, I get car sick. So I'm feeling car sick, and I don't know, like, if me feeling bad at the moment is a result of the shot or what.
We should return to Popola and see if she has any final words for us.
But anyways, we're gonna start off in the junk heap today, see which weapon upgrades we have available. Yeah, I'm a little stuffed up today. Had a freaking busy day. I'm just running around everywhere. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what we have left. We need the stuff out of the Lost Shrine. We need Pyrite, which we got some last stream. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. We still need the 1,000,000 gold. See, we got plenty of stuff to work on. The grinding is insane. Do I know how to get the 777 trophy in RE8? I believe so, yeah. I think rifle ammo sells for 7 gold or gil or lay, whatever it is.
What can I help you with?
The first shot, man, yesterday, it hurt my arm really bad. Like, my arm was super sore, like, right away. This one isn't doing that so far. Alright, so for that, we need Forlorn Necklace times 2. This, we need a Rusted Clump. This, we need Iron Ore. I can just go ahead and buy 4 of those. Although, I'm a little hesitant just because I can find them, but we'll do it. We'll do it. I gotta get a ton of money.
What can I help you with?
Besides, I gotta get you guys to stop calling me stingy.
Come back. What can I help you with?
Okay, Beast Bane is done. Level 4.
Come.
So let's take a look. Long, long ago in a faraway kingdom, there lived 3 brothers. The middle brother was a famous general who commanded a vast army. People everywhere were terrified of his troops, for they were most violent indeed. This general loved to make war. He enjoyed nothing more than watching cities burn and corpses pile up, and he fought not to subjugate, but simply to destroy all that he could. His well-trained soldiers laid waste to towns, cities, and even nations for the sake of their general. And as they hewed and hacked and chopped, the general would chuckle to himself in the most vulgar of tones. The army marched on and on. Nations by the sea, nations in the mountain, nations in the deserts, nations in the tundra, nations to the east, nations to the west. The general cared not, he simply wished to watch it all burn. His orders were absolute, and for years beyond counting, the soldiers killed and 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 killed. After some time, the army arrived in a certain nation. They killed its soldiers, they killed its town people. They killed its princesses and princes and dukes and bakers and lawyers and accountants and beggars and thieves. Eventually, a shabby general came pleading for his life with tears in his eyes, but they killed him as well. However, the soldiers thought he seemed familiar and tried to recall how they might have known him. In that moment, however, the general's daughter appeared, and they became so engrossed in ending her life, they never thought about the matter again. Fun.
What can I help you with?
Alright. So for this one, we need natural rubber still. 3 broken wristwatches. Still not certain where to get those. I think someone told me, but I already forgot. Dented metal bats. Need that from the little guys. The little shades. Kusanagi. Need a forlorn necklace. Fang of the twins. We need broken wristwatches. Iron will. We can go ahead and upgrade that now. Get that to max. So let's take a look at that.
Come back.
Right here. I raised the cry of my birth, the sound of heated iron taking shape, a steel mallet striking my form. Born to deliver karmic justice, I enter the world under the careful watch of spark and flame that give light to the gloom. I am a blade born of a deafening roar. I am a weapon. I am iron will. I grant death. I transform the dread and screams of my foes to elation. I festoon my iron skin with their viscera. When I rob them of life, I am filled with dark joy. When I crush them beneath me, I find meaning in my birth. And I continue to kill, that I might share this delight with all. I kill and kill and kill and kill. I am a weapon. I am iron will. I am shattered. At battle and blood's end, my body is torn asunder by malice and hate. Today, I again engage the red dragon in battle, and magical forces meet leaping iron fangs to create a bloodstorm. My steel cursed, I sink into the slumbering black. I am a weapon. I am iron will. I dream. It is the dream of a small butterfly. In it, the butterfly is caught in a light rain, struggling against it with all its might. In the darkest of nights, I behold a dream that will never come true. I am a weapon. I am iron will.
What can I help you with?
Alright, what else? Damascus steel. We should probably go get those. Looks like I need 2. Pyrite. Forlorn necklace. Broken earring. Pyrite. Alright, that's it. So, how many weapons left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 plus the one I'm missing, so 14 weapons left to upgrade, and then we will finally be done with that, but long way to
Come
go.
back.
So while we're here, let's go get some Damascus steel. Broken wristwatches are from the Armored Adult Shades. Rare drop. Of course it's rare. I'm the opposite, no pain in the injection site, but I felt like crap for nearly 2 to 3 weeks. Second shot, my arm was swollen, but no bad side effects. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't get sick, but we'll see. Hey, 360, good to see you. Alright, so Damascus steel should be pretty quick to get. I know the perfect spot. It's not too bad. So after I get the steel, presumably I'll have 2 items left. So after we get the Damascus steel, do you guys want to go for the pyrite or the forlorn necklaces? Yeah, all the missing drops you don't have are rare, mostly. Fun. Fun times. Right, wrong ability. Let's get. Oh, let's see. I want Dark World. Necklaces. That sounds like you guys want to go to the Lost Shrine then. Pyrite for when you feel better. Oh, I feel fine. Just a little car sick, that's all. It usually fades pretty fast. But I appreciate your concern. And I keep forgetting to sell those stupid antennas. I keep forgetting. So all the way back here is where we can get that Damascus steel. Like I said, I believe I need 2. Fluorite, don't need that. Oh, careful. Damascus steel, fantastic. Can I get one more while I'm here? Can we do it in one trip? No, amber. Nope, don't go in there. There's still a chance. Oh, oh God, no, dang it. What is it about these holes? I just fall into them all the time. I know where they are. I see them. But the stupid attack animations seem to like draw me in there like a moth to flame. Alright, unfortunately. Come on, Damascus Steel, you can do it. One of these last boxes. Do it. Do it. This last box. Ah, dang it. Alright, remember we gotta clear this out even though I don't want to. Hey, Vishal. Hope you're having a good day. So I hit level 40 last time. I think tonight we could go do that third door if you guys want to do that at some point. I think somebody said that gives me Pyrite too for the first completion, so that would be good. Can I play GTA Online, please? Eventually, but definitely not tonight. Titanium alloy. Hey, Beak. Good to see you. So, leaving this area, coming back, and then hopefully we get our final Damascus steel. And I think that's all I'll need forever. So this might be the last time I have to come down here. It's kind of funny, you guys said I would have to do a ton of grinding here, like really early on. Like this was gonna be like the horrible grinding spot. This is the easiest one. This one's not that bad at all. So what do you guys think? How many streams left of this game? My guess is 4. I'm guessing 3 more grinding streams and then 1 to sort of just finish everything. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. At 15 to 20, my god. Better not be 15 to 20. Well, I hope you're wrong, Timothy. You forgot there'll be one more speedrun. All right. I did forget about the speedrun for the game. Yeah, then 5 to 7 unfortunately sounds about right. Totally forgot about that. I don't know though, if we're speedrunning the game, what's the time that we have to do it in? I can see that going really fast. Alright, it's giving me fluorite and not Damascus steel. I'm not appreciating this. Come on, don't make me do this again. Make me do this again. Oh, it's gonna make me do it again. Oh, I hate it. Stupid fluorite. Can't believe it's gonna make me do it again. Titanium alloy like crazy. Oh, by the way, rumor is that the next Red Dead Online update is going to be July. Then again, rumor was that it was going to be June, so take it for what it is. It's the best guess. But potentially, we're going to have an update for Red Dead Online in about a month. What do you think is a reasonable time for that speedrun? I don't think we need even close to 15 hours. Especially if we're skipping cutscenes. Which I would, because there's no reason for me not to at that point. I think you could do the game in like 6 hours. Oh, stupid bomb. Toss that over there. Should take about 9 hours? That seems long. But maybe. If you're right though, that's 3 streams on its own. Alright, let's get that frickin' Damascus steel and be done. Well, we could do a lower difficulty if you guys wanted to. It doesn't have to be on hard. Like, I always play the games on the hardest difficulty, but when we're talking about just doing a speed run, I don't really care. But I think it kind of would be interesting to see me go through on hard again, just to see what my experience has done. Like, to compare how I did originally to now that I've got all this experience with the game. I think it might be interesting, but I'm up for whatever. You also have to kill like 100 sheep for a trophy? 100 sheep? What the heck? Come on, Damascus steel. Hey. Fluorite, no. Bad. Should do it in hard? I'm fine with that, if that's what you guys want to see. I think regardless I'm going to breeze through it, but we'll see. Maybe I'm being overconfident. Alright, that better be a Damascus steel. No! Come on! Dude! Dude! Where is my steel? Oh, don't fall. Alright, I basically have one more chance. Come on! Oh, you suck! You were the worst! Okay, well, apparently we're doing this one more time. Hey, a large gear, though. Those are rare. Maybe I needed one. Well, we'll do a proper vote when we get to that point. But it seems like opinions kind of split right now. Like I said, I'm down for whatever. I actually don't think it's gonna make a big difference. It's not like the only way that hard would make a really big difference is if I was worried about dying, which I'm not. So I don't think it's gonna add that much more time, but I don't know, maybe I'm being overly optimistic. Then again, I've never played on normal. Maybe you just like sneeze on stuff and it dies. I think that, well, the game is on PS4, but it's playable on a PS5, so I'm on a PS5, but I believe it's actually technically a PS4 game. Yeah, I mean, part of me definitely wants to play it on hard just because I'm curious to see the difference. But another part, another part of me just says, you know what, we've played this game so much, like let's just get it done. But then I argue with myself again and go, well, is it really gonna add that much more time? Probably not. I don't know. No, we're not doing the speedrun right now. This is the weapon grinding for all eternity. Oh, you guys know how I feel about the death count. I still feel like my death count should be higher than it is. But the issue was that first shade with the horizontal attacks that actually was capable of killing me. Because I still stand by the fact that the horizontal attacks on this are horribly mistimed. I've learned the timing so I can counter them with relative ease now, but it's completely off. You have to block so much earlier than the contact of the weapon hitting you. It's ridiculous. I don't know how many times I died to that one boss just trying to figure out the timing, but it was a lot. But I could have just easily ranged him. So, I'm still bitter about that boss. I'm still bitter about the horizontal attacks in general. Here, take a bomb. Oh, I threw it the wrong way. But yeah, I do feel like every time I got knocked... Like, I feel like every time I fell into a hole, every time I got knocked off... Ah, God. Every time I got knocked off a ledge, like, all of those should be deaths, in my opinion. But the game said no, so whatever. I don't like it when games are just like, oh, I magically warp back. I only don't mind it when it's like really punitive, like you lose like half your health. But in this game, it's almost like a strategy you could use because it does so little damage. And in fact, I don't even know if it does damage. If it does, it's very minimal. That's the thing. You were so used to the parry timings of other games, you couldn't change it. That's part of your fault. No. I'm saying the game's parry timing is bad. With that particular, with horizontal attacks, this game has the parry timing completely off. Like, each game has different timing. That's fine. You got to adjust. But this one's just wrong. It's not even close to being correct. I have to block, like, a full half a second before it's even coming close to making contact with me. Last one, I know you said you might not, or you might end early tonight, but I need you to not because I promised myself I'd clean the kitchen after the stream tonight. I don't want to. What? That all depends on if this vaccine shot's going to beat me up or not. Oh, and I haven't been watching my health. Alright, you better give me a freaking Damascus steel. Oh my god, no. No. Oh no! Oh my god, again? Alright, well I guess we're coming down again. Yay. My favorites. I better actually need this Damascus steel. I was kind of making a guess. You're strong, power through, I believe in you. I feel fine right now, so I don't know. I think that'll be alright. Last, I think it will be good. It will be the second shot. This is the second shot, Timothy. I mean, so far the first shot was worse. The first shot just gave me like a dead arm for like a full freaking day. My bomb. There's my bomb. I hate how this door closes sometimes. Hopefully I have some medicine on deck. Not really. I'm the type of person that only takes medicine if I absolutely have to. It drives Blueberry nuts. Like, she's like, just take some freaking medicine. I'm like, I don't wanna. Medicine bad. When's Cyberpunk Part 188? I don't know. Probably tonight or tomorrow. I've had like a billion parts for that recorded. They just need editing. I haven't played the game in 3 months or something like that. I think I have another 40 parts that are recorded. How's the RE8 speedrun? Painless? Yeah, it's easy. I actually almost did all of it yesterday, Miguel. Or I guess technically today. My sleep schedule's all messed up, so I'm just like sleeping like 2 or 3 hours here and there. Yeah, I'm gonna sell the junk when I get back up. This better be the last time I come through here. 'Cause there's gonna be a Damascus steel for me. Yes, there better be. Hey Teddy, good to see you. Oh, still an enemy left. Oh god! I've never actually hit one of these guys with the bomb. I wonder if it works well. I don't even know why they bothered giving a meal a heal. It's like nothing. Okay. Freaking Damascus steel. You owe me, game. No, no, that's not what we're looking for. That's not it at all. No. Oh god, every time. Every time. See, that should be a death. If it actually killed me, I would pay more attention to it. I'd be much more careful. But it doesn't kill me, it's just an hey, there we go, finally. Now watch, it'll probably give me another just to spite me. Like, oh, here's another that you don't need. Actually didn't though. Look at that. It might seem weird that I'm going this way, but I have to. It's the only way to get out. Alright, so as far as I'm aware, that is the very last time we have to come down here. We never have to return. I needed that fall. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're on to something, Miss Chen. You know, I don't think I've gotten a platinum in quite some time. And I'm about to get 2. And by about to, I mean like within like the next few weeks. I suspect I'm gonna get the Resident Evil 8 platinum like tonight or tomorrow, most likely. And then Nier, I don't think it's gonna be that far off. Maybe a few weeks at most. We'll see. Good riddance to the junk heap. I agree. I'm sick of this place. Well, we're not done with it in the sense that we have to come back to upgrade weapons, but at least in the bottom part, I believe we are done. Last time was like Phoenix, right? Probably, yeah. I keep forgetting that I have the platinum on that game because I don't have the 100%. But yeah, I think you're right. That's probably the last one. Oh, not that one. Alright, the very first thing I'm gonna do is sell. Because I'm sick of leaving behind items I could get money from. All that's left is to kill Shades. Well, that's not true. We also have to get Pyrite. And we also have to get money, which probably means fishing. Fishing. Bleh. 3 more Damascus steel for the other weapon? Ah, crap. Well, that sucks. I didn't realize that that one would need Damascus steel. Oh well. We're done with Damascus steel for now. How about that? I'll get that medicinal herb.
What can I help you with?
Selling. Let's see. Yeah, we don't need all these pinks. I'll save some just in case. What else do we have? Dented metal boards. We'll sell 60. Strip bolts. I'll sell 60. Broken antennas. 70. That's some decent money. Not amazing, but decent. Anything else? Nah, that's it.
Come back. What
I
can
do
I
think
help
that
you
once I
with?
sell all this crap I have, though, I could have a decent amount of money. Alright, anyways, Fool's Lament, 1 Damascus Steel, that'll get it to level 3. And then 1 more will get it to level 4, and it's done.
Come back.
Alright, let's check it out. Was it Fool's Embrace or was it Fool's something else? I think it was Fool's something else. Fool's Lament. Memoir, June 6, 2003, approximately 1,500 hours. A massive white humanoid, initially called the Weapon, but since renamed the Giant, falls from the sky above Tokyo's Shinjuku ward, inflicting tremendous damage. At the same time, a large red creature, henceforth referred to as the Dragon, appears and engages the Giant in combat, though both the nature of its attacks and their utility remain unclear. As the self-defense force contemplates methods by which they might attack the target, the government establishes a Bureau of Emergency Countermeasures. Memoir, June 12, 2003, approximately 1,600 hours. The giant, which was locked in combat with the dragon, suddenly begins to collapse for reasons unknown. The dragon is then shot down by the 6th Division, 303rd Squadron of the Air Self-Defense Force. No official record exists of who issued the order to attack the dragon. Work is begun to retrieve the remains of both the giant and the dragon, but no official verification has ever been made regarding which organization performed the retrieval. Memoir, December 2003. The first case of white chlorination syndrome is confirmed in Tokyo's Shinjuku ward. Memoir, July 2004. Humans continue to turn violent due to white chlorination syndrome, with fighting growing increasingly intense in infected regions. With the cause of the disease still unclear, the infected are isolated and violent riots suppressed by force. Main thoroughfares are sealed and rail transportation is halted, later leading to all of Shinjuku being sealed off. At this time, the prospect of asking the American military for non-official intervention is considered, but the government defers. Meanwhile, research begins on maso particles obtained from the giant and the dragon, as well as on countermeasures for white chlorination syndrome. This research ultimately leads to the founding of Project Gestalt a decade later. Interesting. Kinda sounds like the pandemic. Oh wait, I don't want to leave yet. I want to see how much stuff I need.
What can I help you with?
Alright, so we need... Well, let's count the pyrites first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so it looks like I need 10 pyrite. And then the necklaces, I need 2, 3, 4, just 4, right? I think so. Yeah, how many weapons do I have left? Not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 13 with the one I'm missing.
Come back.
We're getting there. Alright, let's go get 4 necklaces. Four necklaces and 4 earrings. Are they from the same place? I can't remember. I'm not exactly clear on which ones drop the necklaces. Let me see if I can find some natural rubber. I still need that. Royal fern. Play. Ow! He kicked my board! Both drops are from the same enemy, of course. Of course they are. Whoa.
What is it?
So, we can finally save Yona now, huh?
It would appear that way. What is it, lad? You've quite the pensive look on your face.
Listen, I need your advice. It's about Kaine and Emil. This upcoming fight with the Shadowlord is gonna be rough. And while I'd do anything for Yona, I'm not sure it's fair to drag the two of them into this.
Are you truly worried about such a thing now, after all our merry little band has been through?
Hey, the fuck's this hot garbage you've been spewing?
Someone's been eavesdropping, eh?
Kaine, Emil, look, I just...
Wanted to leave us behind? Why, so we'd be safe? Fuck that.
Kaine's right. You accepted me. You told me we'd be together no matter what happens. Now it's time for us to return the favor.
Don't make me start talking about loyalty and debts and all that. You know I hate mushy shit.
But
If it makes you feel better, we're not doing it for free. After we rescue Yona, we're totally gonna call in a favor of our own. We're going on a journey to cure Kaine's possession and restore my body. It's gonna be tons of fun. Just think of all the delicious local foods we can try along the way.
I'm gonna eat way more than my fair share. So you better get ready to pony up.
thanks, you two. We're gonna rescue Yuna. I swear it.
You guys say my memory's bad. This is not a new scene. We saw this before. I just had forgotten about it until it started. Okay.
I
so-
marvel at how relatively simple a task this retrieval process proved to be. It is almost as if someone deliberately set us on this path.
You're overthinking again, Vice.
But
I don't care if it's a trap. Yona's waiting for me and I'm going.
I see.
Oh, the...
Alright, going to the Lost Shrine. The rear path. I'm so immature, that makes me giggle every time. Haha, the rear path. Alright, so I know there's magic spewing shades on this bridge. Do they drop it? Oh. Well, never mind. There's no magic spewing shades on this bridge. Never mind. The Emil part sounds a little familiar, but he's always whining over something. Can we farm the roof by entering and exiting the room which Weiss was found in? Seems feasible. It blew my mind when I found out that Kaine's voice actor is the same actor who voiced Abby in The Last of Us. Now I can hear it. Yeah, I could totally hear that. They have very similar voices. I just didn't make the connection until you said that. Alright, so I think we should kill everything on the way up. Just because I believe these enemies also drop stuff that I need. Health salve not being it. I guess I should bring out the cheese, huh? We need some cheese up in here. Well, at least this will get me my health salves back and strength capsules. That's good. I thought these dropped something I need, the adult armored shades. I don't remember what it was. Maybe the wristwatches? I believe someone said I need these. They drop wristwatches? Alright, good. So I did remember. See, I listen. I listen to you guys. These don't drop wristwatches. Uh-oh, fight! Fight, 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 fight. McGall and Ace are at it again. Uh-oh, McGall's getting outnumbered. Backed into a corner. Oh, McGall gave up. Alright, well, is there any reason for me to kill these? I mean, obviously I get experience, but should I just be skipping them? They could drop words, I think. There's still some words I need, and the words I've got recently are pretty freaking good, actually. So maybe they're worth it? I don't know. I'm already maxed out on health salves. Words is about the only thing I can think of if they're not, I mean, other than experience, if they're not going to be giving me items that I need. Even strength capsules I'm apparently maxed out on. Do it for fun. I think we're past the point of doing things for fun on this game, to be honest. Alright, so these are super armored, but they still don't have a shield. So I think these are the same from before. I think they just have more armor. Yeah, these are the same ones. Now, these little guys I'm not sure on. They drop dented metal bats, but I'm assuming they need to actually be holding them? Or maybe only the armored ones do? I don't know. I know that we need small shades, though. The super armored ones are mostly found in the southern plains. Okay. Music is so intense, I love it. This is probably my favorite battle music. Hey, Pushpa. Sounds Kingdom Hearts-ish. Really? I guess. What if this guy drops anything I need? Probably not. No. If he does, he didn't drop it that time. Alright, so I think I know which guys you're talking about. Although I remember asking you about this a long time ago, and someone said it wasn't them. But I assume you're talking about the dudes with the, like, bull helm that shoot out orbs like crazy. But I had asked that at some point, and somebody told me no. Oh, and they're not here. Hey, Adrian, good to see you. I can't see every message, man. Crap. Did we have to get the... Did I come up here for nothing? I think we needed the quest. And I didn't start it. There's nothing up here. This sucks. Did we have to get the quest first? Nobody warned me. Unless they're up here. But I don't think so. I think we need the quest. Which sucks. We came up all this way for nothing. Unless it's bugged. I know that sometimes we go to areas that are empty. I think maybe that's what's going on. Like that happened in the desert multiple times. Well, before we give up on it, let me exit and come back one more time. Just to make sure it's not that shenanigans. Oh wait, well we do have some over here. No, these aren't the right kind. Okay, anything else? We could go up there. Oh, I can't move this. And buy a home. Hey, recovery potion. Nice. Okay, well, let me try entering and then exiting. What are we doing tonight? The same thing we do every night. Try to take over the world. I mean, grind items. Ah, this sucks. Yeah, there's nothing. I haven't saved in a while. Let's do that. Commas are important. Yes, we're not grinding Adrian. Not tonight. Not without his consent, at least. Alright, so I think I can actually jump down to the very bottom. So the decline won't be as painful as the ascent. Maybe? Yay! Alright, let's get out of here. Hey, out of my way. Huh, think I hit the bridge? Let's find out. Oh yeah, no problem. No, I've never actually seen that loading screen before. Apparently I brought a chick home. It's the cutest thing ever.
Oh there.
And now I've got Pinky in the Brain song in my head. I loved Pinky in the Brain. I'm a little concerned it would be one of those things that if I saw it again, I would cringe. Because it was only funny to young me. But, I don't know. I feel like that one might be safe. Nah, it's still funny.
You're really gonna do it? The whole village is buzzing, you know. They say you're gonna go rescue Yona. I guess it's really happening, huh?
I'll bring her back. I promise.
About that.
Yeah?
Nothing. Never mind. Popola just loves to worry. Anyway, you be careful. Yes, do be careful.
Thanks.
They set me up. We have more plats in this game than Cyberpunk. Well, that's not surprising. Last of the platinum for Wolfenstein Youngblood went from 0.6 to like 15.8 or something? Really? Hold on. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I must verify this information. Where is it at? No. See, you're smoking something. 1.4. How'd you get 15.8? No, only 1.4 of us are crazy enough to get that platinum. I don't think I have any game with a platinum that high. Even God of War, which is a really easy platinum. I don't even think that one's that high. Actually, now I'm curious. How high is that one? So that's one of the easiest platinums I know of. From like a AAA game at least. What's God of War at? God of War. Oh, it's only 4.8. Wow. There's one I had that was really high. I can't remember which one. I wonder what Biohazard's at. 1.5. Alright, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've got one that's near 10%. But I couldn't tell you which. Oh, it might be Oceanhorn. Might be Oceanhorn. Yeah, I was like, there's no way that 15%
Oh there.
went through that Wolfenstein Platinum. There's absolutely no way. I'd bet my life savings on it. Song of the Deep doesn't have a platinum, which is super lame. Oop, new scene.
Welp, now they can finally enter the Shadowlord's castle. Yes, but we can't relax just yet. If he kills the Shadowlord, the entire plan will collapse. We'll need to restrain him before that can happen. Come on, you really think he'll listen to us? Maybe. It's just... I don't know. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about all the time we used to spend with him. Devila! I know. We can't afford that kind of thing. I get it. But I know you feel it too. Even if I did, we have no choice. We were designed to do this. It's funny, I'm even concerned about this. I mean, it's not like he has a soul.
No, Miss Chen, the Detroit Platinum's actually not simple to get. I mean, simple obviously in terms of gameplay, but you have to play through at least 3 times, I think? Or maybe just twice, but you have to do very specific things.
Let's all make it back alive, okay?
It's a plan.
Black the Fall is 42%. I could see that. Minus that obnoxious like bike riding thing at the beginning. That's a very easy platinum. Oh, I'm trying to go past him. He won't let me. Spider-Man plat was the easiest one. No, Black the Fall. I would say the God of War Platinum is easier than Spider-Man as well. Alright, so these guys don't drop the item? I feel like they could or should. But they don't have that crazy helmet. Yeah, Blueberry was the only reason Shinies even got the Detroit Platinum? That's not true. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you jerk! I was almost to the top! No, come on! Really? Did I forget about the Valkyries? No, I did not forget about the Valkyries. You can get the God of War Platinum on the easiest difficulty. And honestly, like, I don't know. I feel like people overstate Sigrun's difficulty. Like, she's tough, but she's not, like, insanely tough like people claim. Like, that one trial is vastly harder than Sigrun. It's not even close. Didn't she play a huge chunk of the game completing storylines and choices? She's doing something completely separate from the Platinum. She was trying to get 100% on all of the flowcharts. But that's not needed for the Platinum. Alright, so these guys don't drop it? Only the armored ones up top? Which trial was harder than Sigrun? The one that has like 100 enemies. I don't know, it's like Trial 2 or 3. That one's ridiculous. It's way harder than Surreal. Complex machine. Not sure I still need them, but hey, I'll take it. It was the hard mode of Trial 2 or 3. Flashy hat. Ooh. Flashy hat. I want some of this, buddy. Not sure if I need a complex machine, but I'm taking you down because I feel like it. New word, Maza. Item drop rate plus 10%. That kind of sucks. Ah, yes, I remember that was definitely hard, but I still wouldn't say it was way harder than Sigrun. That was definitely harder. I'd say way harder. Sigrun is tough, but she's pattern recognition. That 100 enemy trial is just chaos. Chaos where you can't get hit. Or you can't, I can't remember. You can get hit, but you can, like there was some sort of restriction to healing or something. I don't remember what it was, but it's a pain in the butt. It's way harder than Sigrun. Not to mention, like, a lot of people don't realize this, but Sigrun is vastly easier if you have a really high item level. Like, I didn't realize this either until, like, much later in the game, but the gear score or the item level, whatever they call it in that game, is vastly more important than the stats. Like, you want to find a nice balance if you can, but if given the choice between raising your gear score or getting better stats, you should raise your gear score every time in that game. I don't know, each trial had its own, like, requirements. I can't remember what it was for that one, but it was insane. It was by far the hardest thing. It was by far the hardest thing I did in that game. Nothing else even came close. Because Sigrun does all of the moves that you've seen. Like, Sigrun doesn't introduce anything new that I can remember. She just uses all of the moves of the other Valkyries. And she strings them together. So she uses them in really difficult to deal with combinations. But she doesn't actually do anything new from what I recall. Those aren't the super armored guys, right? Yeah, they are. The meditation trials of Fallen Order, those were difficult as all hell. Yes. Yes. Well, it's only difficult because that game's combat is terrible. A lot of people might not know this, but I hate that game's combat. Surprise! If that was another game you thought I liked, you were mistaken. Nah, I'm pretty sure you could get hit. If you couldn't get hit on that 100 enemy trial, that would be nuts. I don't think it went that insane. Alright, is it me or are there less enemies than before? Also, to fight Sigrun, we had to practice fighting the 9 Valkyries, so if we fought the other Valkyries properly, Sigrun would be much easier. Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Like, you had to kill the other Valkyries to get to Sigrun. You couldn't, like, skip them. So if you've killed them, then you know how to defeat them. Yeah, I didn't mind playing through Fallen Order to an extent, but some of the fights really highlighted the issues with their combat. And then once they released those trials, it just like opened up the wound. It was like, oh, here's all the terrible things about this combat and all of the bugs. So I went from, I don't really like this combat, I think it's clunky and not very good, to I hate this combat. I absolutely hate it. It's a buggy mess. I think they did themselves a disservice by releasing those trials. Hey, a broken earring. Nice. Right, I guess I may as well finish these guys off. I mean, some people just defeat some of the harder Valkyries by stroke of luck and then struggle with Sigrun. I meant that if you have learnt the mechanics of other Valkyries properly, it becomes easy. I suppose, but that's not possible on the harder difficulty. Like, on Give Me God of War mode, you're not gonna get through any of those Valkyries if you don't understand how it works. It's just not gonna happen. Alright, so, let me save. It's been a little while. And I think it's safe to go inside. I think so. If not, we'll just load up that save.
Such an ominous sight. And yet I find it strangely nostalgic.
Yeah. This is where Vice and I first met. And first fought together.
Wow! This is where you used to live, Vice?
Well, yes, I suppose. In a technical sense.
Pretty nice digs for a floating magazine.
At least it was free from annoying hussies like yourself.
Also, in general, one of the reasons I didn't like Star Wars Fallen Order, and it's something they could have solved so easily. You get so little force. Like, Cal feels like the weakest Jedi that's ever existed. Like, it's the exact opposite of Force Unleashed. It's like, my god, like, your force powers are crap, dude. But one thing that helps is once you get the, there's a perk that you can get, and it makes it so whenever you use one of those healing items, it also restores all of your force. Once you get that, the game becomes vastly more enjoyable. Because you can actually use your force powers. You're not just holding on to them for like the one time you can use it and then you're drained. Of course, at that point you have more interesting powers too. Like his slow down time power is worthless. It's completely worthless. Because it stops working as soon as you hit them. So it's like, what was the point of that? Utterly useless. No, why would you prioritize moving the block over killing that dude? Missed some streams we'll play through. Are we on? We're on the third playthrough. We're basically at the end of it, but we've got to do a crap load of grinding. The thing I don't get is why studios keep pushing out messy, busted games. The rare times you do get a complete game, it's rarely challenging on higher difficulties. It's hard at the beginning, but that's it. Well, that's typical with most games, regardless of their release quality. Like, most games have terrible tuning for the beginning of the game for their hardest difficulty. Like, that's the majority of games. I played very few games where it felt like a good experience throughout the entire thing at the hardest difficulty. I think God of War, as much as I love that game, is a perfect example of that as well. Like, the beginning of the game on the hardest difficulty is pretty miserable. It's not well tuned, but then once you get a little further in and you start to get your runic abilities and all that, then it opens up and it's a lot of fun. But that first like hour or two, oof, it's rough. Hey, Christian. Now, the one game I played that had probably the best difficulty tuning I've ever seen, and I can't remember if it was 1 or 2. I think it was 1, but it was Resistance. I had so much fun playing Resistance. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time. Just in terms of the high difficulty tuning. I had so much fun with that game. Like, none of the enemies felt like bullet sponges on that game. Like, on the higher difficulties, they just sent more enemies at you and they used, like, advanced tactics. They got, like, way better at, like, flanking you or just being, like, really, really aggressive to put pressure on you. But they still died at a decent rate when you actually shot them. Like, there's so many games that are just like, oh, harder difficulty. That just means crank up the health times 8. Problem solved. Now the game is difficult. It's like, no, that's not how this works. Oh, stabbed the wrong one. Starting God of War was miserable, died like 10 times to the first few enemies, and the Revenant was horrendous. Yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't go as far as say it was horrible, but the beginning was definitely rough. On the harder difficulty, at least. But yeah, once you get those runic powers and you learn, like, how to use them right, you get some ability upgrades, then you really start cooking. What do you think about Dying Light? Granted, the story sucked and the ending was a letdown, but the gameplay and combat was... I think I played Dying Light briefly, if I remember correctly. It might have been Dying Light 2. It seemed fine, but I'm not the type of person that gives an opinion on a game that I played for just a little bit. Like, I feel like you really need to play a whole game to have an opinion on it. Unless you explicitly say, like, this is my first impression of it. But there's so many people that, like, will review a game and they haven't even beaten it. It's like, dude, you can't review a game you haven't beaten. Like, what if the whole entire back half is crap? But you would never know. Like, they did an amazing job at the beginning, but then it all falls apart. And you're telling everybody the game's great and you haven't even beaten it. Alright, so we've only gotten one broken earring. What? He just freaking got straight up. What's that all about? These guys are not dropping these items. Yeah, I like games that have difficulty that results in the enemies just sort of being smarter or having new things that they do. I mean, I'm fine if... I'm also fine with them having more health and doing more damage and all of that, but most games just take it to the extreme where it's just not fun. The very worst example I've ever seen in my life was Resident Evil 8. The tuning on that game is atrocious. I mean, literally, there's a boss that I fought for 35 minutes, shooting him the entire time. 35 minutes. That's how bad the tuning is in that game. Hey, a broken earring. Alright, so I got 2 broken earrings now. But yet to get a necklace, which I hope is not the rare item. Trying to think if there's any other games that had horrific tuning on the channel. I mean, Wolfenstein's was bad, but not to that extent. Wolfenstein's combat was bad for an entirely different reason. Like, Wolfenstein's issue was it wanted to be a run and gun game, but then they made a mechanic where you had to use certain weapons to get through the armor of certain enemies, and those enemies are mixed between each other. So it's like, oh, half of this group takes the like armor piercing bullets and the others take the whatever, the like rapid shot ones. So then you're just constantly switching weapons, trying to hit the enemies with the right thing, and it just takes away from the whole point of the game, which is kind of just to run around and destroy everything. And plus the tuning was really bad. They were absolute bullet sponges until later in the game when you get some cool weapons, and then it's like, alright, now it's not that bad. Hey, there's a necklace. Alright, we're rolling now. We got 1 necklace, we got 2 earrings. I hate that I have to move these every time. Is there an easier way to get up? Or maybe I should just only do the first 2? You guys think it's worth it to move these blocks every time to get the one guy up top? Ugh. I don't know. How's the week going for everyone? Well, I'm doing good. Oh, actually, let me break this box over here. Next time I had a recovery potion. There's some good stuff in those boxes. I need to get those every time. There was a boss in Youngblood I just gave up. That flying one. I don't know if it was the final boss. Oh man, what was the final? Like, that game was so forgettable. I'm trying to remember what the heck I even fought in that game. You know what's crazy though? The first mission in Youngblood is great. I had so much fun with that mission. I was like really pumped for the game. One of the other things they did in that game that was just baffling to me was the whole open world enemies respawning thing. It's like, it just does not work. It was horrible because like you never got stronger, or at least not in the way that you would expect, like, because it had levels. Like, so you're leveling up, but it's all pointless because all of the enemies level up with you. And anytime you like clear out an area, it feels completely meaningless because you just like turn a corner and you go back and there they are again. It's like, whenever games do that, they just... I guess the best way to put it is that they make the experience feel like a game. Like, the suspension of disbelief is gone. Like, it's like, alright, like, obviously I'm playing a game if I really think about it, but the whole point of this is to kind of get lost in the game and to get lost within the experience that you're having. But you can't do that when like killing enemies is meaningless. Like it's just like, oh, they're just, you know, they're just gonna magically reappear in the same spot again. Like at least in an MMO, I can accept that because in an MMO, it's a world that persists. So it's like you can kind of make your own explanation as to why enemies are respawning, but it just feels okay. It's just like, oh, they had babies and they showed up. Like, I don't know. For some reason, that's okay to me. I can accept that, but in other games, like single-player experiences, it's like, no, I cleared out an area. Unless there's a reason that new enemies came in that's tied to something that's going on in the game, I don't want them magically respawning. Especially the exact same dudes. Wasn't Prey the same in enemy respawn as Youngblood? No, Prey was different. I would agree that the respawns got a little annoying at times, but those respawns were directly related to the situation of the ship. So like the I'm trying to remember the story. I'm probably messing up parts of it, but anyways, like the what would you even call it? I forget what they called the things in Prey, but basically like they were taking over the ship. Yeah, if you need more examples of MMOs, Ace, like Final Fantasy XIV, EverQuest, Black Desert. Was it Typhons? Maybe, but whatever they were taking over the ship, and that was directly related to those guys. Like, I don't think they ever respawned. I don't believe they respawned, but they would occupy areas that you had already cleared. So you'd go through an area you had previously cleared, and now there's a bunch of powerful enemies in there. So that made sense. It did get annoying. I don't like re-clearing areas typically, but it didn't bother me that they were there. What's so special about MMOs? Oh, I love MMOs when they're done right. The thing that's great about MMOs is that in many ways the game kind of becomes secondary. So like MMOs, when they're done right, are more focused on the people that you play with than necessarily the game itself. Or at least there's a balance there. But the thing to be aware of with MMOs is that they're very addictive. Just because they're really engaging, typically. So, and also, they're a type, the reason that I like them is they're games that don't really have an end. So you can play an MMO theoretically forever and you'll always have things to do. Now, by nature of them being the way that they are, they're typically grindy, so you have to like be okay with that. But yeah, I like the social aspects of them, and I like that they're like never ending. Like it's nice to play a game that you don't ever have to finish. Like you might finish it up to its current point, but as long as the MMO is successful, it's gonna continue to get updates. Like, I mean, I don't play World of Warcraft, or at least I haven't played it to any sort of large extent. But if you started Warcraft in 2004, 17 years later, you're still getting new stuff for World of Warcraft. Now, obviously, that's not the fate of all MMOs. Many of them shut down, but theoretically, they can go on forever. I mean, EverQuest, which I played for 7 years, is still active and is still getting updates after 22 years. It's still getting expansions. Now, obviously, by today's standards, EverQuest looks like utter crap. So, if you know, I wouldn't recommend anyone to go play it now as a new MMO, but there's plenty of new MMOs out there that are visually appealing. But yeah, it's a very different type of gameplay. So if you're the type of person who likes, you know, console games, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna play, you know, Resident Evil 8 or whatever, and I'm gonna, you know, finish it in 10 hours and be done at it, or done with it, then don't play an MMO if that's the type of experience that you like, because you're not gonna get that experience at all. How? The base has to be tiny by now? Well, yeah, but it doesn't. For one, it's an older game, so it doesn't have the visual fidelity that requires a bunch of artists. Like, one designer can make content for it. And, you know, it's an established game, so they're likely not doing a whole lot of new stuff these days. It's mostly like, oh, we're going to utilize the existing systems and mechanics in the game and just make some new, like, storylines for it. Yep, FF11's still alive. I never played FF11, so I don't know a whole lot about it. I did play 14 quite a bit, actually, at least near launch, but then I fell off. But yeah, FF11 was the time of EverQuest, and I was a big EverQuest player, so I didn't really touch it. Well, that's one thing I'm not a huge fan of with modern MMOs. Is most of them are microtransactions. I played MMOs when they were subscription models. So back when I played MMOs, there was a monthly fee. So, and there's still some games. Final Fantasy 14 has a monthly fee, and so does World of Warcraft. I think they might be the only two left. But anyways, back when I played MMOs, pretty much every MMO had a subscription fee. So you'd pay like $15 a month to have access to the game. And that's how they funded new content and all of that. And, you know, did maintain the servers and all that crap. But now it's mostly microtransactions, so there's very, very few subscription games out there. Most games are free to play. And then they have some sort of store where you can buy stuff. Here's the thing, I'm a big fan of demos. If an MMO has a free player can only do X, but subscription players have it all, I'm happy with that. That's actually not the case with most of them, Judged. With most of them, a free player can do everything and has access to everything. The issue is that, or not necessarily the issue, but the compromise is the free player is going to have to grind a whole lot more to get the same resources that somebody that paid would have. So in most cases, a free player can theoretically do everything. They just have to be willing to put in the time. But I generally just stick to subscription games because I would rather just pay my money, have everyone on equal footing, not have the game try to sell me anything. It's just like, here's my money. And please keep making the game that I like. And then the thing I also like about subscription games is then like you have a better community, in my opinion, because then everybody's agreed to pay the price to be in there. So there's very like I feel like it reduces the toxicity because everybody's like already decided that they want to pay. and there's not a bunch of people that are like, you know, I don't really like this game, but I'm here because it's free and I'm addicted or whatever. So in general, I prefer subscription games, but that's just me. I definitely see the appeal of free-to-play. If you guys want my opinion, if you were gonna try out an MMO, I think, at least based on my recent experiences, I haven't played an MMO in a few years. But the one most recent that I really, really enjoyed was Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, that's the thing. Some people pay huge sums of money to get extra equipment, which basically makes the game a joke, and then they flex in front of free-to-play players. Yeah, I mean, some people are okay with that, though, because it's free. So it really, like, depends on what you like. Like, if you're hurting for money, or you just don't like spending money on games, then there's plenty of games out there that you can pay or play for absolutely free forever. Like, you know, 24 hours a day if you want to go super hardcore, never pay a dime, and you just have to live with the fact that other people are progressing a little faster than you or a little easier than you because they're paying. And then on the flip side, there's lots of people that are like really busy with life, or they just have like a ton of money and they like being strong, and they're just gonna dump a crazy amount of money to bypass the time investment to be like a god in whatever game they're playing. Three forlorn necklaces? What? No, I'm pretty sure I got one, Miss Jen. I have 3 broken earrings, which I think is what you're thinking of. How was Old Republic? Anyone play it? That's one I've always been curious about. I know that Blueberry loves the Old Republic. She's really into story-based games, and that's mostly what that game is. So she's a big fan of it. I played it a little bit with her. I thought it was fine. I didn't get like super into it, but I didn't have any like major complaints or anything. I thought it was a good enough game. It has some amazing cutscenes. It has some of the best cutscenes I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, it's a BioWare game, and it plays like a BioWare game, so it's basically just like a Mass Effect-ish game, but massively multiplayer. And by Mass Effect-ish, I mean like, you know, dialogue trees and decisions that have consequences and things of that nature. The thing that I drove Blueberry crazy because I was playing like a super evil bounty hunter, and she was trying to be a goody two-shoe Jedi, and we'd play together. And when you play together, like when there's a decision to be made, you roll dice to see who wins, basically. So like if you're in a group, everyone picks the decision they want to make, and then there's a dice roll, and whoever like rolls the highest, they're the ones that get the decision made. And for whatever reason, I was just ridiculously lucky in that game. So like we did all of the evil stuff. And she's like trying to be a good character, and like every time she groups with me, like we just do these horrific things. And I kind of like destroyed her character's lore. She's just like hanging out with this like horribly brutal bounty hunter who does all these evil things, and she just goes along with it every time. It's hilarious. keep hearing about this game series, Metroid Prime. You've never heard of Metroid? Man, Metroid's old school. Yeah, Metroid's great. I haven't played, well, I should say, all the Metroids I've played are great. I haven't played a Metroid game in a long time. Well, not all of the cutscenes are like that many yesterday. They have like, basically like when you start the game, you're a certain role, you're a certain class, and I think they have, I can't remember if they have those like crazy CGI movies for the individual classes, or if it's for like races, or what the deal is, but yeah, at the start of the game, you get like a crazy awesome cutscene. Alright, we haven't gotten an item in a while. Oh, you know what? Did we ever figure out if the item drop rate thing is busted or not? Because I don't believe I have it on right now. I could put it on. It's whatever you guys think. I will say it did seem like we were getting the drops more frequently once I took them off. But, oh, there's a broken earring. So we're up to 4. We've got all the broken earrings, but those necklaces keep evading us. But, yeah. I could put on item drop rate increase if we think that that will help. But somebody had cast doubt on whether it actually works or not, and whether it even... Oh, level 42! What happened to 41? I feel like we skipped it. Nice. Put it on. Yeah, we can try it. Oops, not options. Let's see. Let me make sure, though, I'm not crazy. We might actually already have it. Oh, we already do. Never mind. So maybe I could take it off. If you guys think it's hurting me. Don't you think that a free-to-play game, which differentiates between free-to-play and someone who pays, is just not worth it? It would basically make the people who can't afford the money pay the money. No, that's not true, Ace. Well, I guess it depends. It depends on whether... I mean, yes, for me it's not worth it. But for other people, it could definitely be worth it. Because if it's done right, then the free-to-play players would have the ability to get everything that the paying players can get outside of like cosmetic stuff, which is how most of them are set up. So in that case, the free-to-play players have the same opportunity as the people who are paying. It's just that the people who are paying will likely get to where they're going faster. And with most of these games, it's, you know, if they're long established games, then the free-to-play players who are like really passionate and play all the time, they're gonna have all of their resources like stockpiled for whenever a new update comes out. So they're gonna be on the same footing as the people who are paying. In fact, most of the people who are paying would be the new players who are trying to catch up, because the established players at that point probably aren't paying anything because they have all the resources they could ever need because they play all the time. So it's more nuanced than it might seem. It's got a twisted ring. I don't need those, I don't think. 41 was the friends we found along the way. But yeah, I mean, the thing that makes the free-to-play games worth it to some people, Ace, is the fact that they don't have to pay. So a lot of people, you know, are strapped for money or they're just cheap. And they are perfectly willing to deal with the fact that some people are paying money. And because those people that are paying are supporting them, basically. Like, the way a lot of these games work is I'm sure you've heard the concept of whales before. There's like whales, which are the people that spend like absurd amounts of money that basically allow hundreds, if not thousands of people to pay for free because they're paying such an enormous sum of money for their playtime. They're kind of like subsidizing the other people that play for free. And in return, that gives the game like population, because those types of games need players to, you know, have a healthy economy and, you know, players to interact with, things of that nature. Like those games are best when there's more players, which is why people make such a big deal out of like, oh, World of Warcraft has millions of players, blah blah blah. It just means there's a lot of people in the game to trade with and to play with, compete against, etc. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Chernobyl was active again? Fun. Alright, these necklaces suck. I've come to that conclusion. I don't think anyone's surprised by this revelation, but there you go. I have only gotten one, right? I believe I've only gotten one. Oh my god, it's really 9:24 already? Holy crap. Been at it for 2 hours? Where does the time go? Alright, well, I'm hoping tonight we can at least get these necklaces done, but that means I need to get 3 in like just over an hour. I was gonna do the third door, but we might save that for later. Okay, that makes sense now. So both the whales and the free-to-play are important in an MMO. It still seems that the type of system will be addictive and it will basically force new players to pay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of their aim. But just keep in mind, Ace, that not all MMOs are have microtransactions and are free-to-play. Some are buy-to-play. So like Guild Wars 2, for example, is a buy-to-play MMO. So in that game, you just buy the game like you normally would, like any other game, and then you just have access to it. Elder Scrolls is sort of the same, and then both of those games still have microtransactions, but, and correct me if I'm wrong, they may have changed over the years, but to my knowledge, they are simply cosmetics. So if you pay any money in that game outside of buying the game, you're just buying cosmetics that don't have any impact on gameplay. And then you've got the subscription games where you just pay and a monthly fee, and then that's that. Will I stream for longer today? Maybe. It depends. Depends on where we're at with these items. If I need like one more necklace, then yeah, I probably would. Just to get it done. But we'll see. I feel fine though. The shot doesn't seem to be affecting me at all. Maybe I'll get my butt kicked later. We'll see. Third door. I don't think we're gonna do the third door tonight, Timothy. We'll see. I mean, maybe these necklaces will just start dropping like crazy, and we can go do it. I'd like to. I just don't know if that's gonna happen. It seems unlikely. I'm actually full on recovery potions. Wow. Never thought I'd get to that point. I like how we're having two completely different conversations. Like Ace and I are talking about MMOs, and you guys are talking about nuclear reactors. Just slightly different topics. We have a wide range of interests in this chat. You know, I'm just gonna keep putting out random stuff. Something I've gotten into very recently, like you know, like when you discover something new and you kind of go down the rabbit hole. I've totally done that over the past 2 or 3 days with arm wrestling. There's like this whole league to it. It's fascinating to me. I think it's fascinating to me because my upper body strength is pitiful. So it's just these huge monster dudes arm wrestling. And like, I didn't realize there was like technique to the extent that there is in the sport. I don't know. I find it very interesting. Hey, there we go. We got 2 necklaces now. I remember, I think it was like 4 years ago, I discovered this sport, and I couldn't tell you what it's called. It's, but I call it ninja volleyball. It is the coolest thing ever. But there's very little coverage of it. You can find it on YouTube. But basically, think of volleyball, but you can only use your feet. And these guys are like freaking ninjas. Like, they do like backflip bicycle kicks to spike the ball over the other side. It's nuts. I don't even know how you'd search it. You probably just search like, I don't know, soccer, volleyball, or I guess it's more like tennis than volleyball. Well, no, it's like volleyball or tennis. Either way, it's freaking awesome. It seems like it seemed like it was like in the Philippines or something. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, it's amazing. There's a movie about arm wrestling. Sylvester Stallone is a truck driver who competes professionally in arm wrestling. Yeah, the arm wrestling thing is nuts to me, because, like, the arms on these guys, it's just crazy. It's just nuts. It's like their arms are like the width of my torso. Is it called kick volleyball? I mean, it might pop up if you search that, but no, it's Asian, so it's got an Asian name. I couldn't tell you like what the translation would be, but you'll know it when you see it. Like, dudes are doing bicycle flips to spike a ball to the other court, and they're only using their feet. Like, their control is incredible. Both their body control and their ball control with the feet. No, it's not hacky sack. They use a ball. They're using a ball, like, it looks a little smaller than a soccer ball if I remember correctly. Is it East Asian or West Asian? I have no idea. All I know is that all of the video titles were in an Asian language. I couldn't tell you which. These guys in their helmets always crack me up. They kind of look like Mickey Mouse a little bit. Okay, got it. It's apparently called Sipak Tekva. Yeah, I think that's it, actually. For whatever reason, that rings a bell. I think that's it. If you guys want to see some incredible athletes, search that. Yeah, I can't even do a pull-up. I'm not that bad. I could do a pull-up or two. But I think that's mostly because I have so little weight to pull up. But all my power, what little I have, is in my legs. I have very strong legs, which was why I was good in soccer. I can help you. Indian and Middle East is West Asia, and China, Japan are East Asia. If you're talking to me, I know the geography. I just don't know where this thing originates. I'm actually decent at geography. Recovery potions are full. I guess I may as well use one, right? I hate that that's one of their drops. Of all the things to be taking up a potential drop slot, freaking recovery potion, really? Do you follow the MLS teams? Not really. I like soccer, but with most sports, I don't actually watch the sport. I just watch the highlights. But I just haven't really gotten into MLS. I get really into the World Cup when it comes around. Okay, geography test for Lasser. Is Africa a country? Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta give me a real question. I'm not like amazing at geography, but I know the difference between a country and a continent. Come on. Oh, whoops, did I go the wrong way? Oh, no, we're good. I don't know why I keep going up. I actually don't need to go up. I just realized that. I just got in the habit and it's completely unnecessary. It would just make me feel inferior to think why I can't jump around and flip like that. Well, I can't jump around and flip like that if that makes you feel any better. And dang it, my arm's starting to hurt. No, I was hoping not to have a sore arm from the stupid shot. Alright, so what's the name of the sport you were talking about, Lasser? Somebody posted it. It's up above. CPAC something? I already forgot, but it's up above. Somebody found it. I absolutely love Kabaddi. I played it a lot with my friends. What is Kabaddi? Did I miss something? Oh, check out Kabaddi. Alright, so what is it? You gotta explain it to us. It's like playing tag. Have you guys seen professional tag? It's kind of funny. Oh, I keep going up. See, it's habit. I just need to go over here. Do any of you play any like board or card games that are not very well known? I think I do. When we used to be in the office, we would play a game called Hanabi. It was actually a lot of fun. It doesn't seem like it would be fun. Basically, it's a cooperative game where you have tile, like you're trying to get these different colored tiles placed from like, I think it's 1 to 5. Yeah, 1 to 5. But you can't see your own tiles. You have to figure out which play you're going to make based on clues that other people give you. And it basically, like, that's the only rules it really has. Like, it has a very simple to follow rule set, but those rules on their own are not enough to beat the game. So you kind of have to like come up with your own rules that don't break the established rules. So like you have like all of these unofficial rules within your group, and you kind of have to keep those straight as you give each other hints, and it almost always falls apart. And it's I don't know, I like that game a lot. Like you have to like come up with your own rule set to beat the game. No necklace. I don't know why I'm breaking those anymore. They're not gonna give me anything. Everyone answer this question. How many countries are there in the world? I've heard that there's around 170, which sounds about right. But there's always like these tiny countries I didn't even know about. Somebody would be like, oh, this country. I'm like, what? Like, for instance, I didn't know that Malta was a country until we were, like years ago, we were thinking about going to Europe on a vacation. And I was like, oh, look at this island, part of Italy. Like, nope, that's its own country. I'm like, ah, crap, I didn't know that. Anybody been to Malta? I heard it's really cool. $195, huh? I know there's some world travelers who like make it a goal of theirs to visit every country, and some of them have actually done it. Well, I know that Italy has 2 countries inside of it. The Vatican is one, but there's another 2. The name evades me at the moment. Oh man, what is that country called? It's super tiny. I don't even know why it's, I don't know like the history of it at all. I just know it exists. But I'm pretty sure that Italy has 2 countries within it. San Marino, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, what's the story with that place? Why is it its own country inside of Italy? Like, I know what the Vatican is. stabbed the wrong guy. You. Recovery potion. Lame. Long story short, their princely state stayed sovereign. Yeah, Blueberry wants us to move to Italy at some point in the future. She's Sicilian, so she can get citizenship there. Oh man, I think that vaccine shot's starting to kick in. I am feeling overheated. Either that or my office is getting really hot, but I'm pretty sure it's me. I think I'm starting to get a fever. Italians have two good things: good food and good shotguns. I've never heard of an Italian shotgun before. I'll take your word for it. I don't know if this is common or not, but when I was in Boy Scouts, we used to go shooting from time to time, and I was horrendous with a rifle. Like I can't hit the broadside of a barn with a rifle, but when we would go skeet shooting, I was the best. I couldn't miss. I think I'm just really good at like twitch, aim and shoot. But if I have to like focus on something and like line it up perfect, then I screw up, which kind of aligns with my game playing as well. Like typically I can't snipe at all, but with a shotgun I can blow people up. We can stop for now. 2 Forlorn is really good. This job is ultra rare. Well, I'm up here. I'd rather not come up again. It's not exactly a quick trip. And I'm not going to stop midway. Like, at the very least, I would get one more. But then if I get one more, I only need one more. So, I think we should just power through. You guys always like to stop midway. And by midway, I don't mean midway through getting all of them. I mean, like, we haven't gotten one in a while, and you're like, all right, time to stop. It's like, what? But we're due. Now we've got gun debates in the in the chat. We're hitting all sorts of topics tonight. I can't get in any sort of gun debate. I don't know much about guns. I mean, I can shoot them, but that's about the extent of my knowledge. You know what's I don't know if strange is the right word, but I've never actually, I guess unusual considering I've shot shotguns and rifles. I've never shot a handgun in my life. My dad even has a handgun, but I never shot it. Hey, there's a necklace. All right, we need one more. Yeah, where I live, it's kind of hit and miss. Like, I live in a forest, so, like, we get a weird mix here. So, like, we have what's the right word? We have, like, the people who have lived up here forever. And, like, they all have guns and are, like, traditional mountain people. But then we have a bunch of, like, tech people like me, to be honest, who came up here because we couldn't afford the prices of the city. Or, you know, we just like the mountains. Or both. So yeah, like, there's... I feel like we have both extremes up here. Like, we have, like, people who are, like, just casual, like, they have guns and whatever. Like, then they wouldn't even talk about it because it's just so common. And then we have, like, the more, like, city-type people who generally would never, ever have a gun. Or even think about having a gun. So, it's a weird mix where I live. I actually don't currently have a gun, but I'm planning to... Well, I do have a gun, but not here. But I'm planning to get one just in case, like, a mountain lion attacks my dog or something. I don't think we're going to be dealing with any home invasions up here. So it'd be mostly for the animals. Yeah, I don't know. I always find it. I grew up in an area where guns were just normal. So it's always weird to me when people are just like, I would never ever have a gun in my life, just because not because I care. Like, it's like, whatever. If you don't want a gun, don't have a gun. Like, I understand the reasoning, but it's just weird to me because, like, we never had any sort of gun-related incidents. Like, everyone just had a gun and it was normal. And, you know, I think part of it was, like, people didn't go around robbing other people because they knew that those people had guns. It's like, you know, if I go to rob your house or whatever, like, I'm gonna expect you're gonna start shooting at me, and I kind of don't want to get shot. As long as you know how to keep your booger hook off the bang, booger hook, and know not to point them at anything you are not willing to destroy, you are better than a lot of... Yeah, I've seen some videos of people... Like, I saw this video of this guy at a shooting range, and I'm sure you could find it really easily. It was, like, astronomically stupid. He's, like, shooting the gun, like, he's pulling the trigger and nothing's happening. And, you know, he's, like, looking at the gun, and of course he looks right down the barrel like a moron. But he didn't get shot in the face, so that's not where this is going. So anyways, he looks down the barrel, doing what, God knows what. Couldn't find anything wrong with it. So then he starts pointing the gun again, but he puts his hand in front of the gun, and then it fires, and he shoots right through his own hand. It's like, what did you think was gonna happen? What is wrong with you? And I'm sure you guys have seen the videos of, like, you know, some gangster wannabe, like, playing around with his gun or whatever, and then it, like, accidentally fires off and, like, shoots him in the leg or something. I don't know, like, how you fix stupid. That's why I'm not, like, against these gun bans to an extent, because it's just like, I've met most of the population and they're too stupid to have guns. So it's like, if the argument was simply like, look, the general population is just too stupid to have guns, like, we have to crack down, I'd be like, yeah, you make a good point. You make a good point, sir. or too stupid, or too depressed, or like our society is so absurdly sad. That's why I stay off social media. I feel like social media is like just a giant facade. 'Cause it's weird. Like, I would be on when I did have a Facebook, I would just have like randomly some dude or some person from like high school that I barely remembered like send me a friend request, and I'm like, oh crap, it's so and so. Like, I wonder what they're up to. And then I'd like wait for them to message me, and they never did. Like, it's like, all right, so you just want to be my friend to have me on your list of like people you know but you're never gonna talk to? Like, why? Like why would you even go through the effort of adding me to your friends list if you have no intention of talking to me whatsoever? It's so strange. And then, but then, like, because I'm on their friends list, like, anytime they post anything, I know, like, about their life, so it's weird. It's like they didn't talk to me, but for some reason I know what's going on in their life. Like, it's like, I shouldn't know. I'm not talking to them. Like, I have no business knowing what's going on with them, and why are they sharing it with me? Like, I don't get it. So yeah, I just got off of Facebook. I thought it was a cesspool. I've been off of it for, it's probably been like 5 years now. It's been a long time. And I remember when I got off of it, like, I told people I was quitting, like, they acted like something was wrong with me. Like legitimately, like I was like going through something, like, oh my god, like, you could talk to me if you want to. It's like, dude, I'm just getting off of Facebook. It's not a big deal. It's not like I was like, oh yeah, I just like randomly quit my job and I'm homeless now. Wait, Magal, my first time was a public execution? How did I miss this? Like, you saw a public execution? Where the heck were you? I've heard of that, though. I've had a friend who went, I think, to the Middle East and saw a public execution. I don't know if you meant, like, an organized one or just, like, somebody went on, like, a murderous rampage or something. Oh, and I guess now that I think about it, I did slightly misspeak. I said there was never any gun thing around my life. There was one, and I try not to think about it, just because it's sad. I had this dude in, this guy that I played soccer with for years, like on various teams. He, well, anyways, long story short, his dad was crazy. But I never, like, understood the extent of his crazy. So, like, I'd see him at games or whatever, and he was always, like, just yelling at us to, like soccer dads do, but a little more intensely than other dads. But anyways, like, we had played soccer for years, on and off on various teams. But when we were in high school, I can't remember, I was, like, grade or two above him. So, like, I was the only one in my grade that really knew him because I was young for my age, and I played on soccer teams that mostly had people in the younger grade. But I guess his dad and his mom were like in the process of getting divorced, or were already divorced, or whatever. But he like lost it, went to the house, shot his mom, shot my friend, and then killed himself. And yeah, it was so weird, like, just showing up to school, and it's like, oh, so-and-so died, and I didn't I didn't even know his last name, necessarily, like, I just knew his name was, he was Stefan, and they're like, yeah, this kid, Stefan such and such died, I'm like, oh, that sucks, but I don't know who that is. Like, I know a Stefan, but it couldn't be him, because it never happens to someone you know. But yeah, ended up it was him. Scary. Sorry to depress the chat, by the way. Just came up. But yeah, whole thing is pretty surreal. His brother ended up living through the incident only because he slept through the first part of it. So I think the gunshots woke him up, but by then it was too late. Like, the whole thing was over. So he was pretty messed up. I feel bad for that dude. Oh, what's that? Oh, recovery potion. And now I want to go clean the kitchen. That was my intent, man, yesterday. Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, I feel like an old man, but at this point it was so long ago, like, any sort of emotion is gone from it. So, like, you know, for years I just didn't want to talk about it because it's just, you know, brings up bad memories. But at this point, it was so long ago, it almost feels like it happened to somebody else. That was, God, how long ago was that? That must have been 16 years ago? No, more than that. 17 years ago? It was a long time. That's the crazy thing, like, oh, broken earring, I got excited for a second. That's the crazy thing about, like, getting older is, like, things that seem so important long ago just mean literally nothing. In fact, I don't even remember them at this point. Like, when I went to my 10-year high school reunion, and I legitimately didn't recognize almost everyone there. Like, I had my close friends from high school, a few of them showed up, and of course I recognized them. But then there was, like, these other people that was like, I know your face. Like, I know that I know you, but I don't know your name. I don't have, like, any memory of anything we ever did together. Like, you're just this strange person that looks vaguely familiar to me. It's strange. Yeah, I don't want to give you guys the impression that this guy was, like, a really close friend to me. Like, we just played soccer together, so, like, you know, we had a relationship, like, sports bring people together, but, like, we weren't, like, I never, like, went to the guy's house or anything like that. It was just weird for something like that to happen to somebody that I knew. I think the one that's more personal, but I don't have any, like, emotional connection to it. I might have told you guys this in the Discord. I think it was a couple months back. I just decided to, like, look up some old friends. And one of the guys I looked up, I found out, so, like, probably my best friend for, like, 5 years growing up. Apparently, I think it was 4 years ago, he got into some argument. It was a crazy story. I'll tell you the story from what I understand of it, because I, like, pieced it together through various news reports. But basically, from what I can tell, some dude came over, like some, like, door-to-door salesman, went to my, I guess I'll call him my ex-friend's house, and was trying to sell him a vacuum cleaner. So apparently, like, my friend, my ex-friend or whatever, was being a total dick to this guy, and, like, basically kicked him out of the house. But his roommate got, like, really upset with him because he was being a dick, and he, like, called him out. And apparently they got in a huge argument to the point that my ex-friend goes and grabs a gun and shoots this guy 5 times in the chest. And yeah, now he's serving life in prison. The guy lived, apparently, so he didn't murder the guy. But yeah, just lost it, shot the dude, multiple times, and now he's spending the rest of his life in jail. So that's the people I grew up with. Never would have expected that. But there you have it. And after I read that story, I wondered, like, how many times as a kid I came so close to potentially saying the wrong thing to this dude to just make him snap and kill me. Because we used to argue all the time. It's like, oh man, I was playing with fire and I didn't even know it. This dude's a psychopath. Yeah, what's crazy is, like, as far as I could tell, he never had a history of any sort of anger issues or anything prior to that. Like, he just snapped one day, apparently, and shot his buddy many times. I got 25 minutes to find this freaking necklace. I mean, to be honest though, Judge, like, I agree with you to an extent, but I also feel like that argument is kind of dumb, at least when it comes to, like, high-powered guns. Because I've seen that argument a lot where people are like, oh, well, if he had, you know, if he had a blade, he would have done the same thing. And it's like, in that situation, probably. It might have even been worse. But when people try to say that for, like, mass shootings, then I have an issue with it. Because it's like, all right, no, like, you're not going to go into a crowd of people with a blade and do the same amount of damage you would with a gun. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just not, it's not realistic. There's no way. So I think that's where that argument is for most people, and should be if it's not. Maybe if you're a trained assassin. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're like the lady from Kill Bill. Then maybe we're better off giving you a gun. I don't know. Well, that's the other, I think Mythbusters actually did a show on it, but it's logical. Like, in close combat, you're much better off with a knife than you are with a gun. Like, if someone can close the distance on you and they have a knife, you're screwed. If you don't shoot them before they get to you, you can have a bad time. Alright, come on. Necklace. Nope. 21-foot rule, that is debatable on actual effect. Yeah, I don't know. But if somebody gets close to you with the knife, you're gonna have a bad day. That brings me... do trained assassins really exist? I'm sure they do. I mean, why wouldn't they? People want other people dead and they're willing to pay for it. Some people are just gonna be like, you know, your average dude that'll do anything for money, and some will be professionals. Professional psychopaths that don't really care about, you know, the target. And then there, I'm sure there's like government ones. You know, like in Batman, the League of Assassins kind of thing. Well, I doubt there's anything like that. Although I guess that's kind of what the merc companies are, that the, you know, the government will buy to like go do missions somewhere. That's basically what they are. Maybe not exactly the way that you're thinking, but I mean, they're hired guns. Hey, we're done. We're done. Awesome. With some time to spare. What do you guys think? Third door? I don't want to know how you know that, Judged. Oh God, I wasn't paying attention. Judged is like, amateurs go for around 1,500 per target, pros are around 10 to 15K, with a broad range of prices depending on circumstances. I myself, I go for 8K. Remember, almost all Batman enemies have a degree or PhD. No dumb villains in there. Oh crap, the camera changed on me, I can't see! Hey, I made it. Just kidding for the NSA agents listening. If NSA's wasting time watching my stream, then we are truly wasting our tax dollars.
Oh there.
Alright, I'm gonna leave this one up to you guys. Do you want to go try to do the third door? Or do you want to try to get some pyrite? And save the third door for later. Because the third door is the last thing that is non-grinding for us to do, so. Once that's done, it's grind the rest of the time. Danielle wants pyrite. Anybody else want to chime in on this? Wow, I was not expecting you guys to go with pyrite. now we're kind of split. I'm not going to end the stream because I'm going to go 3 hours. So, I got 15 minutes left. And I feel fine. I'm not going to be resting. I'm going to be working after this. Assuming the vaccine shot doesn't kick my butt. So far, it just feels like I have a little bit of a fever. Let's upgrade some weapons first. Well, I'm not going to go all the way. Like, I'll upgrade weapons at the start of the next one. Because I've only got 15 minutes. It seems like more of you want me to do pyrite, so let's go do that. I might be able to get 1 or 2 pieces. It's not going to be much. But yeah, after the pyrite... The pyrite might be like the last really awful one I've got to get. No way you can finish third door in 15 minutes? Okay. But yeah, after the pyrite, I've just got some bits and bobs to do and then the 1,000,000 gold. But the pyrite's gonna suck. It's gonna suck so bad. Did you get the broken wristwatches? I did not. I don't know if those are going to be a pain in the butt or not. Well, we're back to the opera lady. Have I looked into upcoming games? No, I have not. I plan to start a vote. I don't know, probably next weekend. Probably next weekend sometime. I'll look into the games over next weekend and then put up a vote. It's gonna be for a stream game. I think I've said that before, but for those that weren't around to hear it. Alright, seriously, I haven't found a single shiny. What's going on? Well, the most painful was subdued bracelets. Honestly, I think pyrite's the worst. I mean, the eagle eggs sucked, but we didn't need that many of them. The pyrite we need a bunch of, and they don't seem to be dropping. And in this case, they don't seem to be anywhere. I don't know where the heck the pyrite is. Or items, for that matter. Here's one. Guys, I'm stuck on Gary the Prophet on Cyberpunk. He's listed as a side quest, but I don't know what he wants. You have to keep going back to him, Manny, yesterday. I've got a video on it if it's helpful, but it's mostly just go back to him over and over again. Crystal. Your RE8 walkthrough is the second best on YouTube, but Cardi SDA does crazy knife only, no save, no damage. RE8 walkthroughs, the guy is committed. I mean, knife only is easy if you're on a lower difficulty. I know because I just did it. But not that I care. Like you are welcome to like whatever you like. But unless he's doing like knife only on like hardcore and not healing, then I don't think it's actually that impressive. Although I'm not quite sure how he managed no damage on the Chris level. If he did no damage on the part with Chris, then that's actually really impressive. I don't know how he did that. I'd have to see that. But outside of that, And also it would depend on if he's using the lightsaber or not, because that thing is just straight up broken. Is he using the lightsaber? Because, like I said, the thing is broken. To put it in perspective, on standard, or even hardcore, on hardcore difficulty, because I did a hardcore playthrough with the with melee only just to do some testing. On hardcore with the lightsaber, you can kill all 3 of the sisters in 2 combos. Wait, he did Village of Shadows knife without taking damage. I'm gonna need to see a video on that because I don't believe you. I mean that, unless you know something I don't, it's literally impossible. Because the Lycans will charge you and you either have to block or you're getting hit. There's no, and even if you block, unless he's saying that blocks aren't damage, which is BS because they are. So if he's like fudging what no damage means, then sure. But if he legitimately means no damage with the knife, then I simply don't believe it. I would need video proof. I don't know, there are a bunch of pyrite in the third door and just random spawns in the desert. Maybe you got really unlucky with the drops. I don't think pyrite's in the desert. You guys are gonna have to show me a video because I don't believe you. If he actually did Village of Shadows on a normal new game with just the knife, that is not possible. I don't believe that for a second. I mean, Moreau alone would take you like 5 hours. And I don't know how you would avoid all damage for 5 hours. And that's just Moreau. Like, you're not gonna kill Moreau faster. Like, if I'm being generous, maybe you could do it in 2 hours. But I don't even think that's possible. Because with good guns on Village of Shadows, it takes, well, it took me 35 minutes. And I wasn't flawless, but I didn't make that many mistakes. So, I'm gonna need a video for that one, you guys. Otherwise, I do not believe it. And if he actually did do it somehow, then hats off to him. That's freaking incredible. And also, why? Why would you do that? But still, like, if he actually pulled that off, that is freaking incredible. But I have my doubts. He used his normal weapons through progression on Village of Shadows, not knife only. Wait, what? Now I'm confused again. So, I thought the whole thing was... Did I misread something? I thought the whole thing was that he did a knife-only run on Village of Shadows and didn't take damage. Oh, well then who said knife-only? Or did I just read into that wrong? Yeah, you could totally do Village of Shadows without taking damage. It would suck. Or no, actually, no, I'm still calling BS. I'm still calling BS because there's no way you could get through like the first dude. Because you're gonna run out of bullets. You're gonna run out of bullets, and then you're gonna have to knife him, and if you knife him... Okay. Well, somebody combined them. Alright, that's different. And there's no way, like, you can't, like, the sisters. Or the daughters. You can't beat the daughters without taking damage. They literally will close the gap on you and hit you. You have to block. Unless he's like saying that blocks aren't damage, which is not true. He's taking damage. So no, I don't believe it. I'm gonna need proof. Well, hold on. But you guys are saying different things, so let me try to disentangle what's going on. So Daniel is saying he did the knife only with no damage on Village of Shadows. That I do not believe. I don't believe either one, but I certainly don't believe that. I'm gonna need a video. Okay, good. I mean, that's just way too far-fetched for me to believe. Like, I could maybe believe it. I could maybe believe it if he was using the lightsaber. If he was using the lightsaber, well, no, then I still wouldn't believe it. Because the daughters are too fast. Like, you cannot avoid damage on them. It's too tight. There's too many enemies. Like, you'll get surrounded almost instantaneously because there's the daughter and there's those two dudes with the axe. And if you're only using a knife, especially if it's not the lightsaber, you're not going to be able to take those things down. Like, maybe, and this is a big maybe if you quickly dispatch those two with the lightsaber before they could hit you, and then you ran around and baited attacks out of the daughter and then turned around and hit her, maybe you could pull that off. I watched First Lycan only and he did it, no damage. I could potentially buy the Lycan. I mean, you guys are saying it's true, but the part that I'm not... Okay, let me ask you this. Was it it was the base knife. He wasn't using the karambit knife. He wasn't using the lightsaber. The basic knife. How long did it take him? Because if you say anything less than like 5 minutes, then I don't believe you. Oh, okay. Well, okay, but then the second enemy. You can't cheese the second enemy. So how long did it take him to kill that enemy? And which weapon did he use? All right, so yeah, that becomes slightly more believable. So if he's using Chris's knife, that means that he's beaten the game once, which means he has all of the food buffs, which means he has the movement speed increase. So then it becomes slightly more believable, but then I still don't believe the daughters. I could see him defeating 2 of them without taking damage, but the first one, it's too cramped. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. Because you have the daughter and 2 enemies in basically a broom closet. You have nowhere to maneuver. There's no way he did that. I mean, unless the karambit knife can just do enough damage to kill them really quickly, which it might be able to do, I'm not sure. But even then, like, no, even then, I don't believe it. So yeah, unless he pulls out a lightsaber, I don't believe it. And even if he did, like, all right, let's say he pulls out the lightsaber. She's gonna rush him immediately, and he's gonna have to block. And even if he tried to run past, he's then gonna get cornered. He's gonna have nowhere to move. Like, maybe you could avoid that first barrage, but you're not avoiding any of them after that because the room's gonna get too cramped. I mean, he could run down the hallway, but then he's gonna be backed into the corner in the hallway. But honestly, like, I don't even know why you would do that. Like, some people seem to just like doing really, like, I mean, some people will call me a masochist, but even attempting something like that is like the peak of masochism. If that's how it's said. Like, I don't even know why you would try to do that. Pyrite! Hey, we got one. Alright, what time is it? Oh, perfect timing. Alright, we got one pyrite. We'll finish this up. I'll go, I guess I'll just go back to the village and save. So, perfect timing. I believe I need freaking 9 more pyrite. At least, minimum. Okay, he is using 2 knives, and I thought it was damageless because he didn't get hit, but he is getting damaged. Okay, then there you go. Then I believe it. If he's using Chris's knife on Village of Shadows with all those food buffs, yeah, totally, you could totally do it. We've now entered the realm of possibility, and I can believe it. But yeah, I'm way too knowledgeable in that game and all of its BS to have believed he somehow pulled that off. There's just no way. But yeah, it's totally possible because that knife does a lot of damage. And if he's got the food buff or both of the food buffs for reducing damage, then if he's blocking, he's gonna take very little. So that's gonna make it very doable. I still don't know why you would do it. But yeah, he should, like, I don't know why you wouldn't use the lightsaber. That's kind of weird. Because the lightsaber is just gross. It does so much damage. Now, what would impress me is if he managed to do Village of Shadows knives only minus lightsaber, because that could cheapen it. But knives only, and he did the 4 or less healing items thing. Also, you have to knife Moreau more than 2,000 times on Village of Shadows on head to kill him. Yeah, that does not surprise me at all. And if you hit him with anything on his body, he closes up. So it's not like you could knife multiple times. Hey, I got 2 pieces of pyrite in 1 run. Oh, heck yeah, that's how we're ending this stream. Oh, that was beautiful. So yeah, if you hit Moreau at all, he's gonna close up, which means you have to bait his attack 2,000 times and then knife him. 2,000 times. He's not using the lightsaber? Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Like, has he gotten to Moreau? Did Moreau take him 4 hours? I watched the Village of Shadows, no damage. The second Lycan, he abused a lot of the turn running, something easier to do on PC. All right, well, then maybe. I hadn't considered he might be on another platform. I'll have to see it, but I want to see Moreau, because if he did Moreau with knife only, he's just sadistic. I don't know why anyone would ever do that. Like, I got better things to do with my time than knife Moreau for 6 hours straight. And wait, Magal, just so we're not talking past each other again. The Village of Shadows no damage was with weapons? Because if it's with weapons, then yeah. That's completely believable. I feel like you would have to Magnum that one daughter, though. Oh, are you serious? I literally just spawned here. I get poisoned before I can even move. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna deal with poison damage. Oh, I should have went to the graveyard. Oh well, live and learn. See, now Magal, now you're making me not believe again.
Oh there.
With the new game weapons, I don't see how he could do the first sister without taking damage, unless he used a lot of explosives to get rid of the two guys, and then did some crazy like PC turning things you can't do on console. Because those first two dudes are gonna be a nightmare to deal with. I mean, if you could manage to get the explosives down, but if you're dropping explosives, it means the daughter's gonna hit you. So it'd have to be pipe bombs, but I don't think you have pipe bombs at that point. Or no, actually you do have pipe bombs at that point, so maybe. Maybe. Oh, so he cheesed it? Alright, well, if he cheeses it, then sure. I thought you meant like he was legit fighting him. 40 minutes knifing a Moreau that's not moving on a house? Yeah, I could see that. Alright, well, anyways, we actually did quite good tonight. We got a lot of items. We still need, I'm gonna say roughly 8 pyrite, possibly more. We still need natural rubber and broken wristwatches and the metal bats. We still got a lot of stuff to get, but we got a lot of the crappy stuff out of the way, so that's good. At the start of the next stream, we'll go and upgrade some more weapons and see where we stand. But yeah, a lot of progress tonight. I'm happy with it. So anyways, that's it for now. I will be back on Monday, same time, same place. Hopefully I'll see you guys then. Have a good one.